If you've ever bought a productivity device and still ended up distracted, frustrated, or wishing you chose the other storage option,
This is for you. The Kindle Scribe Colorsoft is either the cleanest way to read, write, and organize in one place, or it's the wrong tool for your routine. This is the deal breaker. If you need paper-like writing with color that stays easy on your eyes, this could be the one. By the end, you'll know exactly whether you should buy it and which version makes more sense for you. Color sounds like a small upgrade, but in real life, it changes how you use a device. If you've ever tried to keep a reading system, a planner, and a notebook all in one place, you know the pain points. You highlight something important, then later you can't find it. You jot a note in the margin, then it gets buried. You open a document, and suddenly you're zooming and scrolling and losing your place. The Kindle Scribe Colorsoft is designed to feel calmer than a typical screen, but smarter than a basic e-reader, so you can read, write, and organize without turning your day into app chaos. Let's start with what it actually is. This is an 11-inch paper-like color display with a front light, built to read and write, not to feel like a flashy media device. It comes thin and light, and it's meant to be something you can pick up quickly, write naturally, and put down without feeling pulled into notifications. It's offered with 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes of storage, and it includes a premium pen that does not need charging, so the writing tool is always ready. Problem 1 is screen fatigue and visual noise. A lot of people buy a productivity tablet, then realize they hate staring at a bright screen for long sessions. The Colorsoft display is built to be easy on your eyes, and the front light means you can use it in different lighting without turning the experience into glare and strain. The daily outcome here is simple. You can sit with it longer, read longer, and still feel calm afterward, which is the whole point of choosing an e-ink style device in the first place. Now, the writing feel matters because this is where a lot of devices lose people. If writing feels laggy or slippery, you stop using it. The Colorsoft model leans into a textured, paper-like surface and fast responsiveness, so your notes feel natural, not like you're drawing on glass. And because the premium pen requires no charging, it removes that annoying moment where you finally want to write, but your pen is dead. The mini conclusion is that this is built for consistency, the kind of device you actually keep using because it doesn't fight you. Problem 2 is finding information later. You don't just need to write notes, you need to retrieve them. That's why the built-in notebook includes AI-powered tools that are focused on practical tasks. Instead of remembering exact keywords, you can search in a smarter way, and you can ask questions about your notes to uncover what you meant or where you wrote something. It can generate summaries, refine handwriting, or convert notes to text, which is a big deal if your brain moves fast, but your handwriting doesn't always cooperate. The mini conclusion is that the value isn't just writing, it's turning messy notes into something usable. Here's a scenario that fits more than just one type of person. Imagine you're a remote worker who reads PDFs, reviews documents, and keeps running notes during meetings. You need one place to mark up documents, one place to collect thoughts, and one place to capture action items. On a normal setup, you're switching between screens, losing focus, and reopening files just to remember what you meant. With the Scribe Colorsoft, the goal is to keep that flow on one calm screen, so you can read, annotate, and build a notebook that doesn't feel scattered. Problem 3 is document friction, especially with PDFs and files that live in the cloud. This is where Docs on Demand becomes the practical win. You can import documents from Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive directly to the device to mark up, and you can export your notebooks to Microsoft OneNote. That matters because most people don't live inside one ecosystem. You want to pull in a file, write on it, then send it back into the tools you already use. The mini conclusion is that this isn't just a reader, it's a bridge between your documents and your thinking. Now let's talk about what makes this feel different when you're writing on top of real content. The device supports writing in notebooks, documents, and books, and there's a feature called Active Canvas that's built around one idea. You should be able to write without destroying the page. You start writing, and it creates space for your notes. You can expand the margins when you need more room, then collapse them to see the original text again. If you're the type of person who thinks in the margins, this is the kind of design detail that decides whether you keep using the device or abandon it. Maybe you're thinking, okay, but is color actually useful, or is it just a gimmick? Here's the calm answer. If you never highlight, never color code, and you prefer plain notes, color won't magically make you organized. But if you do real workflows like color-coded highlights, category-based notes, or visual planning where color signals priority, then paper light color can speed up understanding and review because your brain reads patterns faster than it reads paragraphs. Now, about performance in daily use. This is not a device for fast scrolling through social feeds or jumping between 10 apps. It's built for fluid performance in the context of reading and writing, with an 11-inch screen that gives you space to think. And because it's thin and light, it fits the way you actually use an e-reader. Couch, desk, kitchen table, or in a bag without feeling like you're carrying a laptop. If you want the feeling of open and go, this is closer to that than most big screen note devices. Let's keep it honest with two practical downsides. First, paper-like devices are not the same as glossy tablets. If you expect instant, high frame rate motion or rapid scrolling everywhere, you may feel friction because this category is built for calm use, not flashy speed. Second, the AI features and advanced reading tools can be amazing, but they depend on supported content and ongoing software updates. So the smartest move is to check the listing details and make sure the features you care about are available for the way you read and write. Here's a quick reality check you should do before you get excited. If your main need is basic reading, a few highlights, and occasional notes, you may not need the most advanced model. But if you actively write, review, and organize information, then the features here can save you time every week. Now, you asked for one short section about the original Kindle Scribe, and this is the best way to think about it. If you like the Kindle Scribe idea, but you do not truly need color, the black and white model can still give you that big 11-inch writing and reading experience with a front light and a calmer feel without paying for color. In other words, if your notes are mostly text and your highlights don't need categories, the original version may be the smarter, simpler choice, and the Colorsoft becomes worth it mainly when color actually improves your review and planning. So, who is this perfect for? It's for someone who wants an all-in-one reading and writing system, who genuinely uses notes, documents, and books together, and who wants a calmer, paper-like experience with color that supports organization. It's also great for people who hate charging accessories, because the premium pen is always ready when you are, and that tiny detail removes a lot of friction. Who should avoid it? If you want a traditional tablet experience, if you need fast app switching and high-motion visuals, or if you mainly want a media device, you'll likely feel limited. And if you rarely write, rarely annotate, and mostly just read novels, you may be happier with a simpler device and spending the difference elsewhere. To wrap this up in a simple recommendation, think of it like this. Compared with juggling scattered apps, paper notebooks, and PDFs across devices, this is a focused system that keeps reading, writing, and markup in one calm place. And compared with cheap note gadgets that you stop using after a week, the combination of paper-like feel, no-charge pen, cloud document access, and smarter note tools is what makes it realistic to stick with. If you want the clean buy versus skip in one moment, here it is. Buy the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft if color helps you organize your notes and you regularly write on documents or books. Skip it if you mainly read and only write occasionally, because you won't extract the value that makes this model worth it. If you're trying to build a more focused reading and planning life, tell me in the comments what you'd use it for. Meeting notes, journaling, PDFs, or just cleaner daily planning. And if you want more straight, no-drama buying decisions like this, consider subscribing. Whatever you choose, pick the device that keeps you calm enough to finish what you start and not just excited for a day.